Hello, I am Chloe and welcome to English Podcast where we fix the little mistakes that even advanced learners make.
And I'm Mark. Together we are going to tackle one tiny word today, but trust me, it causes big problems. That word, or rather, that verb, is ask. Specifically, the collocation, ask a question. Now before we go any further, quick show of hands. Have you ever said, I want to make a question? Or how about, she told me a question? Both of those are very common errors. And we are going to fix them today, for good. Stay with us for the next few minutes and I promise you will never make this mistake again. Let's go.
First, a tiny grammar note. The word collocation just means a pair of words that naturally go together in English. Think of it like dancing partners. Some words dance beautifully together. Others step on each other's feet. Today we are focusing on three verbs that learners confuse with ask, tell, make, and sometimes do. Let's define each one clearly so we have a solid foundation. Tell is used to give someone information. Example, she told me her address. You are passing on facts. Make is used to create or produce something. Example, she made a cake. He made a decision. It's about creating. And ask is used to put a question to someone, or to request something. Example, she asked me a question. Here is your golden rule for today, and I want you to say it out loud with us. Questions are asked. Not told, not made, asked. Okay, let me tell you about Emma. Emma is applying for her dream job at a marketing company. She's very nervous. She has prepared for weeks. And she really wants to impress the panel. Before the interview, Emma's friend advised her, make sure you ask good questions at the end, it shows you're engaged. Emma didn't understand. She whispered, I need to make questions? Her friend laughed, no, ask questions. Emma walked in, sat down, and the interview began. The interviewer said, do you have any questions for us? And Emma confidently said, yes, I'd like to ask about the team structure and the growth opportunities. The interviewer smiled. Why? Because asking good questions is professional. And using the right verb shows language mastery. Emma got the job, by the way.
Now let's do our first grammar drill. I'll give you the correct version, then the wrong version. Your job. Spot the difference. Correct. She asked me a very personal question. Wrong. She told me a very personal question.
Did you catch it? Told is wrong. You tell information, you ask questions.
Correct. Can I ask you something important? Wrong. Can I make you something important? Make? That sounds like you're building them a sandwich.
And, the teacher asked us 20 questions. Not, made us 20 questions. Questions come from asking.
Let's get very clear on ask versus tell because this is where most mistakes happen. Ask as you want something from the other person. A question, an answer, a favor, permission. And tell as you are giving something to the other person. News, instructions, information, a story. Example. Think of it like a one-way road. Ask means you're driving toward them. Tell as you're driving away. Let me give you some beautiful examples of ask in natural English. Let me ask you a quick question. She asked for directions. He asked whether we wanted coffee. Another example. The journalist asked the Prime Minister 3 tough questions. Students are encouraged to ask questions in class. Notice, ask, ask, ask. Every time there is a question or a request, we use ask. Now, when do we use tell? She told us the meeting was cancelled. Please tell me your address. He told me he was from Brazil. Don't tell anyone my secret. My mother always told me to be kind. Can you tell me the time, please? Tell is about transferring information. You have something, and you give it to someone else. More examples. She asked the interviewer about the salary is a correct sentence. Students are encouraged to ask questions. It is correct. In any academic setting, we ask questions. The journalist asked the Prime Minister 3 questions. Never use, told the Prime Minister 3 questions. My daughter always asks why about everything. Kids are great at asking questions. Could you ask the doctor if this is serious? Here, ask is used with a third party.
Meet Jake. Jake is a student who has just moved to an English-speaking country. Smart boy, hardworking, but nervous about speaking up. One day, Jake was confused about the homework. He raised his hand. The teacher looked at him. And Jake said, Teacher, I want to make a question. The teacher paused. The class went quiet. The teacher kindly said, "You want to ask a question, Jake? Go ahead." Jake's face turned red, but from that day on, he never forgot. Ask a question. Never make. Never tell. And the beautiful part? Jake became the most curious student in class. He would always say, "May I ask a question?" Perfectly. Now here's something important about tell that many learners miss. Tell has some very special partners. We say, tell a story, tell a joke, tell a lie, tell the truth. These are fixed collocations. You cannot swap ask or make in. He told a funny joke at the party. Perfect. He asked a funny joke, wrong. He made a funny joke, also wrong. Don't tell lies. Always tell the truth.
Now here is a really interesting one. What about indirect questions? Like, can you tell me where the station is? This sounds like we're telling something, but actually we are asking for information, right? In English, we use tell in the structure, "Can you tell me?" as a polite way to request information. It's embedded in a longer question. But if you directly ask, "Where's the station?" that's a direct question. And to say you did it, I asked where the station was. Let's look at ask with indirect question structures. Very important for advanced learners. Examples. She asked if I needed help. My boss asked whether I was happy in my role. The host asked the audience if they had any questions. This is polished and professional English.
Let's talk about ask for, another structure that causes confusion. They asked for directions to the hospital. Ask for means make a request for something. He asked for permission before entering. You request permission using ask for. You could say, he told for permission? No, that's not English. Or, he made for permission? Also wrong. Ask for is the correct English.
Here are some beautiful natural phrases with ask that will make you sound like a native. 1. Don't ask. What it really means. It's a mess and I don't even want to talk about it. When to use it. Something went badly or is super complicated. It's dramatic and a bit funny. Example. How was your trip to the DMV? Don't ask. I was there for 4 hours and they still didn't have my form. The trip was a disaster. 2. You may ask. What it really means. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission to ask. When to use it. Pre-formal or old-fashioned. You'll hear it from teachers in presentations or interviews. Example. You may ask your first question now. That means you have permission to start asking. 3. If you ask me. What it really means is, here's my opinion, even if nobody actually asked you. When to use it. When you want to give advice or a strong opinion. Often used when you think someone made a mistake. Example. If you ask me, he should apologize first. 4. That's a good question. What it really means. I need a second to think, or, I'm impressed you asked that. When to use it. Exams, job interviews, or anytime you're stalling. Also genuinely used when someone asks something smart. Example. Teacher. Why did the Roman Empire fall? That's a good question. I think it was mainly economic issues. It also buys you 2 seconds to think. 5. Ask away. What it really means. Fire all your questions at me, I don't mind. When to use it. Super casual and friendly. You're telling someone they can ask 1 question or 20. Example. I'm new to this job and have so many questions. No worries, ask away. That means ask as much as you want, I'm happy to help.
And some idioms with tell you'll definitely encounter. 1. You can never tell. What it really means. It's impossible to know or predict. When to use it. When something is unpredictable or random. Example. Will London weather be nice tomorrow? You can never tell. It could be sunny, then rain 10 minutes later. That means no one can predict it. 2. Tell me about it. What it really means. I 100% agree with you, I've been there too. Trick. It sounds like a question, but it's actually not. It's agreement. When to use it. Someone complains about something you also hate or understand. Example. This queue for coffee is taking forever. Tell me about it. I've been waiting 20 minutes. That means I totally agree, I'm suffering too. 3. I'll tell you what it really means. Here's my idea, I've got a suggestion. When to use it. Right before you propose a plan, deal, or solution. Sounds confident and casual. Example. I'm too tired to cook. I'll tell you what, let's just order pizza. That means here's what we should do. Order pizza. 4. Don't tell me what it really means. I really hope you're not about to say this bad thing. When to use it. You're bracing for bad news. Said with dread or annoyance. Example. Don't tell me you left the tickets at home. That means please say you didn't forget the tickets. 5. Time will tell what it really means. We don't know now, but we'll find out later. When to use it. When you have to wait to see what happens. Sounds a bit wise, philosophical. Example. Do you think this new job will work out? Time will tell. Ask me again in 6 months. That means only the future knows.
And that, friends, brings us to the end of today's episode. Remember, language learning is not about being perfect. It's about getting a little better every single day. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and we will see you next week. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who says, make a question. They need this. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any podcast. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep asking brilliant questions. Bye.